kill the lights, show 'em it's your time, and let the spotlight shine. Let's live tonight, like tomorrow's out of sight, and let the spotlight shine. Lord will try to kill your spirit, but please don't let it interfere. You have to try to make it through this. Keep believing, keep believing.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Shadow, and I will be calling these races tonight. So, as I understand, we're starting off with a West Coast race, and then they will have three horsehead races. So, this first race is just going to be the first half of the game. They're going to be playing the three palaces on the Western continent, including Death Mountain, going through the game as though they're playing the 100% all keys category, but they will not actually complete the whole game. It's going to be once they finish the third palace, you'll have the end of the race and their clocks will stop. Horsehead races, they will just be going for completion of the first palace, defeat Horsehead as quick as possible. And it looks like they are getting ready to start.
Alrighty, fellas.
And man, is it hot and humid today out here in Pennsylvania. I don't know how you guys are doing out in the rest of the world. I'm coming to you from Pennsylvania, and
Yes.
I was just so happy to get back inside and to the AC after running some errands
Oh
for
my
only
goodness.
about like 3 hours.
What is
I was
that?
outside long enough. And we had a spring that felt like it couldn't make up its mind if it wanted to be winter or fall, and we didn't have anything that seemed to feel like spring. Sometimes it was early summer, sometimes it was the return of winter, sometimes they were just like dreary overcast days like it was the middle of November. And then summer came, and man did summer come. It's just been hot like nonstop. No heat waves like maybe we heard about in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, wow, we're going.
So it looks like we got 10 seconds to race start time. Chosen in the upper left, Chroma in the upper right, Trav in the
Don't
lower
forget to go
left, and
left.
Aaron in the lower right.
Oh, sorry.
And they are underway. Laser Dante, and I thank you for following Trav White on his behalf. He is currently racing in the lower left corner. This would be a good time to point out that since he is restreaming everyone else, he will be a few seconds ahead in terms of appearance on
Oh my gosh, I
of his
got a
video
bag.
on screen. Everyone else is unsynced by a few seconds, so he should be synced with the clock. But if you see someone finish the run just a few seconds ahead of him, or you see that they reach a certain benchmark within the game a few seconds apart, you might actually need to compensate for that. And for any of them, like none of the other three are probably perfectly synced up together. So we see they are. Well, it looks like everyone except Aaron is in Parappa Desert. Aaron has gone for the trophy first. Everyone else will still need to do that later. Looks like Trav got the bubble skip. Chosen and Chroma also got bubble skip. So they skip the bubble sequence on their way to grabbing the heart.
Who got bubble skip?
And it looks like all three of them got through the Garaya unscathed. And now we do see them do the bubble section on the way back.
I also killed the gorilla. Screw that.
But you're
gorilla.
able to manipulate the overworld enemies into giving you a skip, as if you enter a battle scene with an overworld enemy at the same time that you go over the bubble stage, that battle scene takes precedence. And since it happens over part of like the regular walking path where the battle scenes just go to an empty scene, then they're able to just walk right out of there without having to fight any enemies or avoid any bubbles. And we see them all grab the first key and have the Stalfos defeated. Aaron runs into a ferry. He is now heading into Parappa Desert, while the others are already in the palace. It looks like he also went to get the shield spell. I wasn't looking, but I did see that he was down in that first town. So I believe that would have been to get the shield spell. And since they do have to play through it with the 100% rules, they will all have to get the shield spell, I believe.
Yeah, it's my
But
opinion.
if they're not planning to use it, they don't need to get it yet. And they can all take a different route where they get it later. But they will need to have gotten the shield spell before reaching the third palace. They're all at the Hammer Brother fight, the three that have taken this route, and get the final key that they'll need.
Or don't grab the key.
And it looks like all of them but Chroma at full health, so we see Link shooting his sword with power.
Is that the secret? I have to like go back and watch.
They all skip that Stalfos,
Dude, how they
not needing those points. And they all skip the next one as well. They all have the same idea of which enemies to fight and which ones not to fight, or at least when and where to fight them. They may yet fight them on the way back. It looks like Chroma is having a little bit of trouble getting past the bots. So he's fallen a little bit behind here by a few seconds. Where Trav and Chosen are fighting the Hammer Brothers at the same time. I think we can tell by the fact that Chosen got by him first that he's definitely in the lead here, because Trav should be a few seconds ahead of him. But it looks like all three of the runners that took this route are now leaving this section of the palace at the same time. They've gotten the candle, which will allow them to see in the caves.
Just landed right on the bot.
And now they will have to go back up
trying to
and
do
to the
the
right and
turn
go
back
down
and-
again, where they can head to Horsehead. Here we do see Chosen fighting the Stalfos, Chroma and Trav as well.
Cheating! Check that man. Performance enhancing tools.
So with a couple more enemy kills, we're gonna see Chosen get to the next attack level. There it is, so he gets his attack up to level 3. And then with the Hammer Brother and well, he does not kill the Hammer Brother. I was thinking that's 50 points, and he's gonna skip that life upgrade, so he didn't need those points. And then you'll see after he kills Hammerhead, he'll get another 50 points to get up to 100, and then he will be able to get up to the next attack level after placing the crystal in the palace.
That's plus 10 points.
And we see Trav and Chroma also at similar point levels, where they're all going to get up to attack 4 after placing this crystal.
You figured we'd be good at that. Practicing.
Looks
for
like
first
Aaron
level.
is on his way to get the candle right now. And they all basically got 900 experience points for beating the castle by basically beating the minimum enemies to get to
because I've practiced
100 points after
like all the other
their
bosses after I beat the boss. It's like,
level up to attack 3 to get up to 1,000 points to get attack 4. Whereas if any of them would have had less than 50 or less than 100 points, it only would have taken them up to 50 or up to 100 for the next magic or life level up.
Just would be.
And
So
now
proud
we
of
see
these
all
kids.
3 of the ones that did not get the trophy earlier grabbing the trophy. And we'll see how Aaron catches up a little bit on his way back when he does not need to go get the trophy. Aaron getting a 200 point drop there. And it looks like they are all now going to get the jump spell, which they will need in order to go south. Which if you talk to the NPCs in this game, they will tell you first to get the candle, go west, something like that. And then that confuses you because you think you need to go west to get the candle when he meant get the candle first and then go west. Says get the candle on Parappa Palace, go west. Oh, well, Parappa Palace must be off to the west. And you go to the west and you go in this town and they say, get the candle before you go south. Like, now the only other place to go is to the south. And I thought I was supposed to get the candle in the west. But no, if you read the manual, there's a map. It shows you where Parappa Palace is. Poorly worded in-game instructions, but in this era, they did expect you to read the manual for this information. Well, that was a very nice turn to block the boomerang with a shield by Chosen right there. This is a very nifty move. And it looks like he is the first to get through the cave. And we'll likely see him go over and visit Bagoo.
Don't do it.
Yep, there he goes. He's going to get the note from Bagoo. Of course, you can show the note that Bagoo gives you to the Riverman in Life Town, and he'll let you cross. I think Life Town is actually called Mido. Don't remember for certain all these town names off the top of my head.
That's gross.
Looks like Chroma got swarmed by enemies on his journey to Bagoo. But there, he's meeting up with Bagoo as well.
Ooh.
Let's see, and Aaron is now getting the jump spell. And I believe we will need to still see the others all go and get the shield spell. So that should give Aaron a little bit, another spot to make up some of the time he lost by doing those things first. But I think also it's a little bit more aggressive to do that because you're not able to then use the shield spell. But at the same time, by not getting the shield spell earlier, you're able to get it when it's more along the way after you have the hammer conquering Death Mountain. If I remember correct, I believe that is the way they'll be going about this. Alright, so we see that Chosen is in Death Mountain. Trav is just getting there. And this is famous for how brutal it is being early in the game. You have probably not gotten your levels up that high. These guys, at attack 4, it's gonna make it a lot easier. But there are some brutal enemies in this area. Especially the Darias. Not sure exactly how to pronounce their name. There's one of them, one of the nice, easy orange ones. I know the one that always tortured me as a kid was this red one coming up that throws his axes at you. And I was actually playing through this part of the game earlier today. And yeah, right down here where we see Chosen going. I got this guy on my 4th try. Using the life spell. And then of course going back up to grab that red potion. They don't have any time for that though. They're up at attack 4. They just cut through them like butter.
Stupid bots.
I tell you what, to ever contemplate speedrunning this game and doing Death Mountain at all as fast as possible, or especially doing it in the dark like you might see in other categories, that is to me the most intimidating room in the entire game, is you're gonna have to get there and face that guy, and that's going to kill so many runs. But obviously, all these guys are able to just cut that red Daria down and move on.
2 drops. What? What is happening right?
But he is not the last one that
Darias back to back.
they'll need to face as they
I'm not kidding.
go down into the room, into the cavern where you're actually going to get the hammer.
One was a bag and one was a
see
jar.
more red Darias, red and blue keys. Aches. They're called aches in this one. Keys is a better name. I prefer to stick with the name I think is better. Like the skeleton guys, they're Stalfos. I think like in Breath of the Wild, they're just like dead bokoblins or something like that. Moblins. They still give them the same name as their like living form. I'm like, no, the skeleton guys are Stalfos.
Yeah, 'cause my XP doesn't line up.
Name stuck. But if you give them like a terrible name like Ache, we see Chosen is the first to the hammer.
Yeah.
So he is maintaining his lead. And we do see Aaron is now in Death Mountain. Trav on his way out after getting the hammer. Chroma, right just a few seconds behind Trav. Now the next stop for him will likely be to pick up the magic container. Ooh, Chroma took a death. I do not believe that is in a spot where you take an intentional death. So there's Chosen picking up a magic container, so that's gonna put him a few more seconds behind, and
It's not over yet.
maybe also put him in a position later where he will not be able to take a death and not be able to be as aggressive as he'd like. And we see Chosen now traversing back to the north and to the east.
No.
Get back to where the other towns and palaces are. Trav right behind them. I'm gonna try to gauge here about what the time difference might be. So we see Chosen leaving at 56 seconds on the clock. And then Trav probably about a 23-ish second difference. See Trav cast the life spell there real quick. Like more than that, I'm gonna say. So we have Chosen, it seems like, is probably nearly 30 seconds ahead.
It seems to work better. And I just screwed up the LHOD thing and it still worked.
Then let's see if we can get a similar idea where Chroma leaves. Then Chroma's probably about 50 seconds behind behind Chosen. Oh, it was like maybe more about 45 or so seconds.
Oh god, I'm gonna die. Maybe not.
And it looks like Aaron is just now getting the hammer. I think even accounting for the fact that I think everyone else is still going to need to make a visit to Shield Town, Aaron is furthest behind. I did not see what happened there to Trav, but he did take a death. Is that... Okay, that was likely an intentional death, judging by the fact he's walking back out of that room to the left.
Oh, you got a fairy coming out of mid?
So he grabbed the medicine container and then took a death. And we see Chroma is not taking a death, and that's a spot where maybe that death that he took unintentionally earlier is preventing him from using a more aggressive strategy like taking an intentional death to clear this room a few seconds faster.
I got a happy nuke here. Did you death abuse in Medcave?
And we see Chosen acquiring the downstab. I believe this is Saria? If I have my town names right, or maybe this one's Mido and the other one's Saria. Pretty sure this one's Saria. We can just call it Downstab Town, or even Fairy Town. I believe this is where they will obtain the fairy spell.
I can kind of hear Shadow in the background.
Which that magic medicine bottle they found. We see Trav.
I don't know if anybody watched
giving the lady that we see Chosen has just obtained the spell. Trav just gave the lady the medicine, which causes her to invite him in. And then they meet with the wizard and get themselves the fairy spell. Chroma is the next to get the fairy spell. And we see Aaron right now just getting to the cave where he will get the medicine bottle needed to exchange for the fairy spell.
Dude, stop calling what's happening out to you.
And we see Chosen just got himself up to attack 5 on his way to a heart piece. Looks like Trav will as well, but he just got a magic drop, so I don't think he'll get there as fast. That is a huge RNG factor in Zelda 2, is that every 6 enemies you kill in either the category of small enemies and large enemies, aside from the category of enemies that drop nothing. There's essentially 3 categories of enemies. Enemies that drop nothing. Then there's the small enemies that give you drops. And then there are the large enemies that give you drops. The enemies in each category will give you a drop every 6 kills. So every 6 small drop you kill, you will get either a little magic potion that will refill some of your magic, or you will get a 50 experience points drop. The 50 experience points only drop 1 out of 8 times. So like all these little bots, if you're playing through casually, you can sit there and farm them to build your magic back up, cast life, and then just keep farming them because they'll keep respawning. And every now and then they'll give you a 50 point bag drop. And I think that's maybe a little bit less consequential, but there are always spots where maybe if you just get anything other than that 50 point bag drop, you'll be able to cast fairy, you'll be able to cast jump in a spot where you need it. And if that 1 in 8 happens right where you needed it to drop the little magic bottle, like we just saw that one drop for Trav, that can be some crushing RNG. And like we see, Chosen was able to get up to attack 5. I didn't see for sure that he had gotten a 200 point bag drop, but the larger enemies, every 6th one, there's a 50-50 chance they will either give you a full magic restore, or they will give you a 200 point bag drop. And that can be a little bit more critical for these speedrunners to get the drop that you need when you need it. And there are definitely spots where you might use all your magic for one section of the game, and if you don't get that magic drop, the only way to get magic for another section is to take an intentional death. And spots where you needed at least one of those 200 point bag drops to be on track for the correct experience points level up. And if you got nothing but magic drops, you might not be on track to get your level up to where you needed it to be when beating one of the palaces to maximize your points, resulting potentially in needing to beat some enemies that you wanted to just avoid, or going back and doing some grinding. Then of course there's the bubbles. You can grind the bubbles, but I think even at attack 5 they take like 40 hits. And it looks like Chosen is having a little bit of trouble getting by the falling blocks there. And this has potentially allowed Trav to pretty much even it up.
That's just unfair.
Looks like Trav is just a little bit ahead, but of course we do need to keep in mind that his video is a little bit ahead, so it looks like it is essentially a tie, as they use the fairy to fly through there and pick up the gloves, skipping the animation. Chroma did not. He might not have had enough magic to do that. We see Chosen skipping some orange iron knuckles.
Is all that horse head practice.
I believe the final boss here only
Totally
gives you 150 or 200 experience points.
Say that without laughing.
So basically it looks like Chosen does not want to kill one more of them than he's going to need to get to the next attack level.
Oh, I got hit anyway.
Trav, though, still is about 150 behind in experience points. Oh, Chosen unable to get by the Hammer Brothers. And we see Trav getting that 200 point bag drop that he did not get earlier and taking life 3. Chosen is already at life 3. And now we are at the path to the boss. We see Trav skipping that point bag down there. Gonna skip the red iron knuckles. The Chosen hopping over that red iron knuckles as well. And we see Trav kill one enemy. And I think that he was going to need to kill an enemy down there to get on track to get to attack 6. So he gets 200 points from killing the boss. And then the game gives him the rest of the points up to 3,000 to reach the next level. So once we see him get to a cutscene, it will take Trav to the... There he goes. So you can leave while it's still counting up. And then the next time you go into some sort of action scene, it will finish counting up and take you to the level up select screen. And we see Chosen going up to attack 6 as well. Looks like Chroma may have...
You had a clean walk to the town. I had 3
Did he
down.
catch up quite a bit, maybe? I started watching Chosen and Trav, mostly. Like he is at 623 for his levels. So yeah, he certainly did beat the...
So, Chosen and I have already
certainly did
started
beat the
talks
palace.
about a West Coast tournament.
And now we see them all going to get the shield spell, which is what we had seen Aaron do earlier. And it does look like Chroma has caught up quite a bit.
He was like,
Where
I was
he
just
is
kidding,
now
Trav.
right on Chosen and Trav's heels. Chosen seems to have taken a slight lead again. Trav
We were
is
thinking, like,
just right
way
behind
after
him,
the
and
Asian
Chroma is right behind Trav.
February, March, somewhere in there.
And now that we see they have
That is assuming
all
that
obtained
Asians
the
are more
shield
active,
spell.
assuming it will.
The lead over Aaron becomes a little bit more apparent. He's not that far behind, but as they are all going to the grave and through
heard,
the tunnel to the
through the
island
grapevine
palace,
that, Eon's gonna start some stuff with
we
FPS.
see that they have a they have a lead of about a minute or 2 over Aaron.
Assuming everybody will still be in
Actually, now that I see where he is in
as
palace
far as
too,
the
it's
organizers.
probably more like 2 or 3 minutes. And so this is the end. This will be the last palace we see them do. They will need to get all the keys, and they will need to obtain the item in this palace before going to the boss. But after this palace, the race is over. As they will each have completed the the palaces and items on the western continent in this West Coast race. Of course, then you would obtain the raft and be able to travel to the eastern continent after this, but this race will not include the remaining part of the game that takes place on the eastern continent, where there are yet another 3 palaces and the Great Palace. And this, now that they are... Let's see, and we see Chosen taking a magic level up here. Now that they are no longer going to be leveling up attack, we'll see, and we are seeing Chosen take an intentional death right there. So he has 2 lives left. It looks like
You gotta go for it.
Chroma just died. He has 2 lives left as well. And he is also going to take the last death he will be able to take. And there, I didn't see what Crab did. So I'm not sure if he used the same strategy of taking an intentional death there as well or not.
Sounds like a...
It's always so elegant to see the staircase be carved out by speedrunners. And let's see if we see, yeah, see like how Chroma just did there. Just very smoothly carve out a staircase for yourself to get back up out of there. And we still see Chosen is further ahead right here. And he is at the final boss. He grabs the key. And Chosen is the first to finish. And it looks like it is going to be close between Trav and Chroma. Oh, and Trav takes a death. That's going to allow Chroma to take second.
I missed the magic pixel.
And we have Chosen in with a time of 36:11. Chroma in at 36:33. Trav activates the shield spell. Help make sure that he'll get the finish, gets the key grab in there, and
Yeah, GG, man.
we're gonna see him finish. He's in with a time of 37:01. So top 3 finishers all within a minute of each other. I'm gonna see Aaron take life in here and get the raft. So he's still a few minutes away from finishing as well.
Was the strat there to just
And of course, if
grab the raft?
you've ever played this game, you would know that it is not easy to just cut through these enemies like butter, and and finish this game, or even just finish this part of the game in or around 40 minutes. So I was playing casually earlier today, and I think I spent an hour and a half just getting most of the way through Death Mountain and beating the first palace, and you know, it's not easy, but we get to see this area again where the staircase is all carved out. That is one of my favorite things to watch in speedruns of this game. It's a lot of the little tricks in this game that get done are very elegant looking and very aesthetically impressive when you see them get put in practice. Now we see Aaron going through this last hallway down to the boss. Knocks him off the horse. And there, he's down. So good game, Aaron. Grabs the key, and he is going to get a time in under 40 minutes.
GG, Aaron.
Final time of 39 minutes and 54 seconds. And it looks like I'm reading in Trav's chat that React is going to join for some horsehead races. We'll look forward to that. Looks like Chroma is doing a little practice in the upper right corner. I am gonna take a minute here and reheat a little bit more coffee. I'll be right back in a minute, and we'll let them set up for the horsehead races that are coming up after the exciting West Coast race that we just witnessed. So I will come back here in just 1 minute. Well, it'll be a minute 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
I can't do it. What's up, what's up? I screen peeked, not gonna lie, if I'd have cast it in for a while. Alright, reacts up. That looks...
Okay, and I'm back. So I see that they are setting up a
It's
sixth
definitely
space, so they've moved Chosen down into the
Absolutely.
bottom center, and they're setting up to put Riak in the upper left.
It's skewed.
Aaron, Chroma, and Trav remain in their original positions on the multi-stream screen.
Yeah, it's.
So they are going to be doing a series of 3 horsehead races.
It's definitely different.
These races will go a lot quicker. They're only going to be playing up through the first palace. So a very quick speed run. And we see Chroma fighting Horsehead right now. Oh, okay. Well, Chroma just reset after taking a death. Looks like he's practicing going at Horsehead from the left side. It looks like they're all going into a practice against Horsehead. And there we see Chroma get a Horsehead kill. And Aaron get a Horsehead kill. So as soon as you see that kill, race is over. Winning times are going to be south of 4 minutes. I believe I was being informed last week, world record is somewhere around 3 minutes and 20 seconds. May actually a verification of that. Out. Category extensions, horsehead percent. Yeah, we see Dude is the world record holder in this category. 3 minutes, 21 seconds, 17 milliseconds. Schmitty Games in second at 3 minutes, 22 seconds. LSD Hippie 420 at 3 minutes, 22 seconds. Trav White, the proprietor of this channel, at 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Fifth is Justin Man 114 at 3 minutes and 24 seconds. We have a countdown going on, so actually it's counting up. They have gotten underway.
Yes.
We also have Riak in 6th. Chroma is 7th.
I believe.
Chosen is 10th. So you got 4 of the top 10 in this category in this race right now. We see them all traversing Prop Palace.
I have 1,300 runs of Horsehead.
Traversing Propa Desert and entering Propa Palace. So they're grabbing the key and hurdling the Stalfos. There's no need to kill any enemies that you can get by without killing them. You're not going to be grinding for a level up. You have just got to get to Horsehead as fast as possible.
Oh, I missed.
So we also are only seeing them grab the 2 keys that they will need to go through that final corridor and get to Horsehead. There's no need for them to go grab the candle. We see them just hitting these Iron Knuckles and Stalfos just enough to get them out of the way. And they wait for the Hammer Brother to jump so they can run under him. It looks like we got Riak and Chroma very close. Trav is probably just right behind them.
Nah.
Remember that what we see on Trav's screen is probably 3 seconds
Oh my
ahead, so
God.
it looks like
Level up.
he's the first to get the kill.
Get out of here.
Now Trav may get the win here. This is close. It looks like Chroma likely has the win.
Wow.
Yes. And Chroma is in with a time of 3 minutes and 29 seconds. Riak actually was second with 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Trav White third with 3 minutes 31 seconds. They're all in, Chosen in fourth place with 3 minutes 33 seconds, and Aaron in fifth with 33 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes and 33 seconds? Aaron in fifth with 3 minutes and 47 seconds. So that was only a 4-second split between the top 4. And Aaron a solid
Yes.
18 seconds behind first place. They all finish within 20 seconds of each other. And they are gonna get set up for a second race.
Yeah, let me make the room real quick. Because it won't show up until I make the room.
Let's see, okay,
It
I
actually won't show up until the bot posts
did not
it.
spot Aaron on the leaderboard before, but he is in 13th. So
On the update.
on the overall leaderboard, you have 5 of the top 15 runners in this category all in this race.
No, when you click your last split, it posts it to race time. So, yeah.
With a personal best south of 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Aaron's personal best based on this leaderboard clocking in at 3 minutes 27 seconds. 0.830. And it looks like I see the timer set for 15, so they're going to be getting ready to go again soon.
Oh, so y'all have it where it starts your, I don't have it where it does. I start my timer.
Looks like Riak and Trav are back at title screens. Chosen is at a name select screen.
So, how do you do it where it starts it for you? I joined from... Yeah, I didn't do it for mine.
And let's see, so far it looks like no one is ready yet.
Yeah, that's what I got. Do you have your start time at 0? Because I have it at negative 2.6.
Looks like we see Aaron getting a little more practice in.
I can work on that later.
We see that orange iron knuckles just get pushed off screen and then just run straight through them without actually getting the kill. Oh, looks like we got React, Chroma, and Trev ready. Like Chosen also is at the level select screen. Not level select, but name select. Aaron is there. Chroma is the only one that has not hit the button yet to say that he's ready, so he might be
No, go ahead.
he might be up from his game for a little bit. And he's ready now as well, so this should be getting underway. There we got the counter. Down to 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Race time. And a lot of these runners are getting ready for a horsehead tournament that will be coming up on July 24th. It is a Saturday, coming up 3 Saturdays from now. Forward to that, it will be just a whole series of these short races as they gradually eliminate players until only one is left standing.
The key. I'm literally gonna have to practice the key. The bot.
And we see all 5 runners leaving the room with the Stalfos after grabbing the first key. Now they'll all go upstairs to get the second key.
Absolutely. All bots must die.
Let's see who grabs the key first. It looks like it's gonna be... Looks like React had it by just a split second over Chroma, but again, these screens might not be perfectly synced up. So we'll need to wait to see the official finish time before we know if React actually does have a lead. But at least based on what we see on screen, it looks like we have a close race between React and Chroma, with Trav and Chosen right behind. And actually, Aaron is right there with Trav and Chosen. Aaron takes a death on that last orange iron knuckles. And it looks like React gets the first kill on Horsehead with Chroma right behind, and Trav was at about the same time, but Trav's stream is probably a little bit ahead. And it looks like we got the times in. React is the winner at 3 minutes 27 seconds. Chroma in second at 3 minutes 28 seconds. Trav third, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Chosen was at 3 minutes 31 seconds. And Aaron, who we just see finishing on screen right now, is finished at 3 minutes and 55 seconds. And we see the clock stop on screen, but due to the delay, it doesn't actually appear that Aaron was done yet. But when that clock stopped, that was the moment that the last runner actually finished. All right, so they will be getting set up for a third race.
All right, one more, fellas. One more. I mean, I could. No one. Are you out, Aaron?
Let's see. Let's check out. So that last one, React finished second, and Chroma won.
Oh.
Trav was third, Chosen fourth, and I believe in this one we had the same order. Yes, so we had the same order each time, except React and Chroma swapped places in first and second. So we'll see how this next race goes. I don't know that they have any point system or ranking system. I think these just stand on their own as individual races. But if you're keeping score at home, it seems like it is currently a tie in this series of 3 races between React and Chroma.
Is that the plan?
And Fancy JTS
Oh no, he's
going to thank you on behalf of Trav White for the follow. So we see Chroma doing a little practice. He is actually ready to go in the race lobby. React and Trav are also in there. Aaron has joined the race lobby. And Chosen hasn't gone anywhere, so I'm sure, yes, he is in there now as well.
Oh, good.
It's like we're just waiting for a couple other runners to mark themselves ready, and then this next race will be underway.
And yet we're only waiting on him.
And it looks like the race has now started. As the runners are leaving the North
I should
Palace.
put that in the notes. It holds left for you.
Making a beeline for the cave leading to Parappa Desert. And of course we do see that Trev is a few seconds ahead on screen. But his stream is closer to live than what we're seeing for the other runners. Where the other runners are being restreamed off of their streams. And Trav is putting all 5 streams in one scene to rebroadcast on his channel.
I mean, I'm currently on PB pace here.
So we do see Trav walking out of the room after getting the first key, just a little bit ahead of the others. But it seems like that might mean it is just a dead tie. And as we see them journeying to the second key, it looks like we see the same 3 front runners. We do see Trav get the key first, then React, and then Chroma. And that can all look deceiving because it looked like to us that React was 3rd place in that previous race, but it turned out that he was the winner. So it may be React's stream has the most latency, just by a second or so. And we see Trev getting by the orange Iron Knuckles first. Then Chroma, and then React right behind. We'll see how this finishes out. They all seem to be having an okay Horsehead fight. Trav gets the first defeat of Horsehead on stream. Misses the key grab. We see React and Chroma feeding Horsehead about the same time. Unfortunately, Aaron taking a death.
30-35.
And the times are in. Trav is the winner of this race with 3 minutes and 28 seconds. React right behind, also logging a time of 3 minutes and 28 seconds in 2nd place. Chroma in 3rd place with 3 minutes and 29 seconds. Still waiting on Chosen and Aaron. As the clock goes over 4 minutes.
Nice job, fellas.
Aaron is in with a time of 4 minutes and 6 seconds. And right there we see the clock stop 4 minutes and 10 seconds. That is Chosen's final time.
Alright, fellas.
So good races, guys. We see React with a win and 2 second places. Chroma got a win, a 2nd place, and a 3rd place. Trav got a win and 2 3rd places in this series of 3 races.
Alright, fellas, thank y'all for coming out. I'm gonna go over to main comms. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. Next week is our week off, so rest, relax, do whatever you want to. And
I think that based on that, you may be able to declare React the winner overall out of this series of 3 races. I don't know if they'll wind up playing a 4th. They did wind up playing a 4th race last week, but this was also about the time that they stopped last week.
How's it going, Shadow?
It's going all right. That was a good set of races you guys had.
Yeah. It looks like my mic was actually on in OBS the whole time, so everybody could probably hear my commentary there. I forgot to mute myself.
I don't know exactly what it sounded like. I thought I saw that you were muted a good bit of the time, but I did hear some. I was able to hear your stream very low in my earphones, and I was hearing something bleed over, but I don't actually know what it sounded like because I wasn't really paying attention to it.
It's it's alright. It's just us racers talking to each other, so
yeah,
we're talking mess to each other while we race. But that's gonna be it for us tonight. I want to thank you so much for doing comms, and I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate everybody that came to watch. Y'all are all awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a lot of fun to do this. And it's a lot of fun to watch these great races.
Well, thank you. We like to put on a show for everybody, and I just want to remind everybody that we do have the Horsehead Tournament. If you'd like to sign up for that, all I currently have is a link in my Discord, and on my Twitter. I can get it right now. I will post it in chat. And you can find the sign-up information there, link to Schmitty Games Discord, and we can answer any questions or comments that you may have there. The race is July 24th, and it's going to start at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be held on Zelda Speedruns, so I hope that all of y'all come out and watch it. It should be a blast. And with that, Shadow, I'll turn it over to you. Do you have any parting words for our audience?
Nothing except thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the races.
Yeah, and one last thing. Thank you for the follows and the raids. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. I always want to acknowledge that. That's it means so much to me to grow the communities and to share this type of thing with everybody. And with that, I'm gonna cut out here. I'll try to find somebody to raid, and next week is our week off, so we will not be racing on Monday. But the week before the Horsehead races, we will have nothing but Horsehead races, no West Coast, and it should be a lot of fun. With that, I'm going to mute, and I'll find somebody to raid. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Thank you, Shadow, once again, and we'll catch you next time.
Have a good night.